Beautiful Taurus, welcome to my channel. We're going to do a reading for June, for the rest of June. We're going to dive right in. I'm going to use many decks and synthesize the message for you. Sometimes that makes it more specific, sometimes it leaves it quite open. It varies, and it usually varies on the nature of the message, right? According to the nature of the message. So let's just be open-minded, and let's receive this message for you, Taurus. Overarching energy is the Page of Swords, Valet d'Épée. You're on the watch, being watched. You're watching others. There's something that you're very curious about. It's something that you're applying a lot of focus on. I think you're wanting to know more about it. Maybe you're learning off of it, inspiring yourself from a particular subject, person, event. But there's something that is stirring your imagination. Even if the Page of Swords is not readily imagination, it's mostly information that you're looking to gather and that you're seeking visual information mostly. Or at least through the means of observing, right? But it's still, especially if you're being inspired, it's going to trigger your imagination. Get a keyword, see what are you looking at really in June, or who's looking at you? Imposing. It feels very important. It feels, so either you're you're imposing yourself by being the onlooker here. It could be. If that's the guidance, then maybe you need to watch out not to overstep any boundaries, of course. I just needed to say that, but I let you be the judge of that, of course. You're your own person. And yet, it could be imposing towards you, right? If you feel like you're the subject of, interest for more than one person, but definitely at least one person. Let's go to the tarot right away and get some more tarot, I should say. I want to understand what's imposing. I'm actually thinking that it's not necessarily the fact that you're being observed that's imposing. I think it has to do with something else that you're being imposed. And I'm curious to know if I'm right on this. Okay, we've got a few cards that flip. We have the King of Cups sandwiched, the Four of Wands sandwiched between the King of Cups and the King of Swords in reverse. So that's pretty... It's a real sandwich. So two kings, right? So I believe the imposing one could be the King of Swords, mostly. Just because his demeanor would be a lot more imposing. But this person would have tendencies of being direct, a little dry, commanding, but maybe tyrannical, right? More than anything. Not realizing that they're leading with maybe fear or discord. And that maybe they're a little too imposing, right? Overwhelming, overbearing, over-domineering, that kind of energy. But it's really beautiful, though, the exchange of what is actually happening is between two people, non-gender specific, right? These two kings could be men, woman, doesn't matter. But it's definitely a couple, which is I feel united already. And they don't have to be, obviously, it doesn't mean that you're married here, Taurus, but I think that you are absolutely in love. You've given your heart, you've given your soul. You know exactly who this person is for you. You know exactly the strength and the depth of your feelings here. They're very strong. Like the commitment has already started. It's actually already been ongoing, and I think for a while. So it has already shown to you that it's standing the test of time. But you're dealing with someone that's difficult. And I don't know if it has to do with the fact that there's still a lot of looking on. Maybe someone's overbearing, just simply overbearing in general. Let's get some more tarot. 5 of Swords. You could have had some verbal arguments with this person, between the two of you, right? Maybe regarding, I don't know, maybe someone is over, breathing down someone's neck, really always hovering over their shoulder, looking at what they're doing. Maybe they're nitpicking. I mean, the King of Swords could be obsessed with details for sure. Because they would want, the King of Swords has this thing for precision, right? Things have to be quite precise. I'm saying that because I'm thinking of anything that you need to operate if you're gonna fly, right? I believe that any it takes a lot of particular skills there. It takes a lot of attention to details, maybe more so than other trades, or I don't know, it just feels more technical. You might not agree with me. I mean, of course we could debate, and there could be other things that are not necessarily related to air travel that could be very demanding. Sorry for the noise outside. But anyway, overall it's about details. I think it's important, the precision of things, but to which extent here, imposing to which extent? There's a lot of, there's no space for any mistakes. There's no space for, there's no break either. You're being watched, it feels 24/7. Anyway, there's been a verbal argument, most likely regarding that particular thing. Well, you could also be arguing about the fact that someone is actually too involved in your stuff, or vice versa. I think you're the King of Cups here in this reading, and I think that the other person is the King of Swords, right? But if you want to reverse the roles, you might know yourself to be quite imposing and quite difficult when it comes to matching details. What's this argument about? Please tell us more. I really apologize. Someone is making incredible noise just when I started filming. Death, transformation. Okay, there's a huge change coming regarding this situation. I love this. What I think is going to happen, maybe the argument's going to clear some air. It's a possibility. I don't feel that it's... I mean, look, the Four of Wands is upright. If there's a transformation, I don't think it's a deal breaker. I just think it'll really resolve and help clear the air. The transformation should be very positive here. I don't see it as a deal breaker or make or break energy between the two people, just because the Four of Wands is here and it's so steady, so very solid. But this kind of, I guess, this kind of dynamic of a lot of watching, a lot of imposing, either there's imposition of either a process, a way of doing things, like I said, having to match criterias and maybe probably really heavy requirements. That's going to change. That's definitely going to change. So let's look at the angel cards and see what the message is. It's a compromise. This is so on point. This is what's going to happen when you clear the air. This is absolutely beautiful. With death here, the compromise is exactly what is going to happen in terms of changing the dynamics, making this relationship flow. Let's get a little mini card here. I'm so sorry. I want to just get up and like close the door or go tell my neighbor to stop, but I can't. So we'll just endure. The little card here, the Whispering Wood, says growth. You see, the tallest oak tree once started as a seedling. Don't be afraid to start something new. What I really love about this card for you here is because it's growth. It's another word. It's almost like a synonym for this transformation that's going to happen. And like I was telling you, you guys are working on a compromise. You're going to find a solution that's going to be really positive here. It's really beautiful. I feel there's going to be peace because the rose here is white. Usually it does mean another kind of peace, but still peace is peace. It has a huge peace is a word with, it's a huge container, right? It's as easy as it sounds to be able to define what peace is. It's actually more complex. So I feel that you're going to find peace, and in more ways than one is what I want to tell you, really. And that's what's beautiful, growth between the two of you. Also, there's growth in terms of, you know, your own relationship to one another. What a beautiful, straightforward message, simple to the point. I mean, and extremely... that ends well. It's beautiful. Taurus, I hope you've enjoyed it, and I really can't wait for you to tell me what happened, because this is definitely going to play out. I can feel it. All right, enjoy your evening. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Take care. I'll see you soon, guys.